Professor Keyu Jin is a respected voice in the world of economics. Her insights and analyses have made significant contributions to understanding the intricate dynamics of global markets and economic policies. With a keen eye on both macroeconomic trends and microeconomic details, she has become a sought-after expert in her field. As an associate professor at the London School of Economics, she has the privilege of shaping the minds of future economists. Her lectures are known for their depth and clarity, often leaving students with a profound understanding of complex economic theories and real-world applications. She brings a sharp intellect and deep understanding of global economic forces. Her ability to break down complicated economic phenomena into understandable concepts is one of her greatest strengths. Whether discussing the impact of fiscal policies or the nuances of international trade, Professor Jin's expertise shines through. Her book, New China Playbook: Beyond Socialism and Capitalism, has garnered attention for its insightful analysis of China's unique economic model. The book delves into how China navigates its economic landscape, balancing elements of socialism and capitalism in a way that is distinct from Western models. It has been praised for its thorough research and engaging narrative. Professor Jin has also served as a visiting scholar at Harvard University, where she collaborated with other leading economists and researchers. This experience not only broadened her academic horizons, but also enriched her teaching and research back at the London School of Economics. Further solidifying her standing in the academic community, she frequently participates in international conferences and symposiums. These platforms allow her to share her research findings and engage in meaningful discussions with peers from around the world, fostering a global exchange of ideas. Her expertise on China's economy and its relationship with the United States makes her ideally positioned to dissect the complexities of this crucial relationship. In a world where economic ties between nations are increasingly important, Professor Jin's insights help policymakers, businesses, and academics navigate the challenges and opportunities that arise from this dynamic interplay. Professor Jin points out that China has been actively preparing for a potential trade war with the United States. This preparation involves strategic moves to lessen its dependence on the American market. China has been diversifying its trade partners, forging stronger links with nations in Europe, Africa, and Southeast Asia. Furthermore, there has been a concerted effort to bolster domestic industries, particularly in technology and innovation. By reducing its reliance on the U.S. and cultivating self-sufficiency, China aims to mitigate the potential impact of escalating trade tensions. The Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, is a cornerstone of China's global ambitions. This ambitious project, often compared to a modern Silk Road, aims to establish extensive trade networks across continents. By investing in infrastructure projects such as ports, railways, and energy pipelines, China is strengthening its ties with nations along these routes. The BRI not only facilitates trade but also expands China's influence in key regions, a development that has drawn both interest and concern from the international community, particularly the United States. Professor Jin challenges the narrative of a declining Chinese economy. She argues that the slowdown is not a sign of weakness, but rather a transition. China is shifting from an investment-driven model to one that prioritizes consumption. This transition, she observes, mirrors the path taken by Japan in its economic evolution. As China's middle class continues to grow, domestic consumption is expected to become a primary driver of economic growth, reducing the reliance on exports and infrastructure investments. The unexpected gift of the trade war. Professor Jin posits a thought-provoking perspective on the US-China trade war. She suggests that the trade war, while disruptive, has inadvertently benefited China in some ways. The tariffs and trade barriers imposed by the US have, in her view, fueled China's drive for self-reliance. This is particularly evident in sectors like semiconductors and artificial intelligence, where China has redoubled its efforts to achieve technological independence. Professor Jin argues that this push for innovation could strengthen China's long-term economic prospects. Bridging the gap: understanding China's model. Professor Jin stresses the importance of understanding China's unique economic model. She cautions against applying Western frameworks to China, arguing that they may not be suitable for a country with its own distinct characteristics. Concerns about the middle-income trap, the risk of an economy stagnating at a certain level of development, are, in her view, overblown in China's case. Professor Jin highlights that China has mechanisms in place to address economic challenges and adapt to changing circumstances. Charting the future scenarios for U.S.-China relations. Looking ahead, Professor Jin outlines potential scenarios for U.S.-China relations. One possibility is a continuation of the current trajectory, with escalating trade tensions, technological competition, and a deepening rivalry. This scenario could lead to a decoupling of the two economies, with each side retreating into its own sphere of influence. Such a development would have significant repercussions for the global economy, forcing other nations to choose sides and potentially disrupting international trade and cooperation. A call for cooperation in an interconnected world. In today's globalized society, the interdependence between nations has never been more apparent. The intricate web of trade, technology, and communication links us all in ways that were unimaginable just a few decades ago. This interconnectedness brings both opportunities and challenges, making international cooperation not just beneficial, but essential. Despite the challenges, Professor Jin emphasizes the importance of dialogue and cooperation. She believes that open communication channels can help bridge gaps and resolve conflicts that arise from differing national interests. By engaging in meaningful discussions, nations can better understand each other's perspectives and work towards mutually beneficial solutions. She argues that the US and China, as the world's two largest economies, have a shared responsibility to find common ground on issues of global importance, such as climate change. The environmental impact of industrial activities in both countries has far-reaching consequences, affecting ecosystems and weather patterns worldwide. Collaborative efforts in renewable energy and sustainable practices can lead to significant positive changes, pandemics, and financial stability. The recent global health crisis has shown how interconnected our health systems are. A virus that emerges in one part of the world can quickly spread, affecting millions. Joint research, shared resources, and coordinated responses are vital in combating such threats. Similarly, the stability of global financial markets depends on the economic health of major players like the US and China. Engaging in constructive dialogue, fostering mutual understanding, and seeking areas of cooperation are crucial for navigating the complexities of the US-China relationship. By focusing on common goals and shared interests, both nations can pave the way for a more harmonious and productive partnership. This approach not only benefits the two countries but also sets a positive example for the rest of the world, and ensuring a more stable and prosperous future for both nations and the world. The future of global prosperity hinges on our ability to work together, transcending borders and differences. By prioritizing cooperation over conflict, we can build a world where economic growth, environmental sustainability, and public health are achieved collectively, benefiting all of humanity. Conclusion: navigating the path ahead. Professor Keyu Jin's insights offer a valuable lens through which to view the evolving dynamics between the US and China. Her extensive research and deep understanding of both economies provide a unique perspective that is crucial in today's interconnected world. By examining the historical context, current policies, and future aspirations of both nations, she sheds light on the complexities and interdependencies that define their relationship. Her analysis highlights the need for a nuanced understanding of China's economic trajectory, its ambitions, and its anxieties. China's rapid industrialization and technological advancements have positioned it as a global powerhouse, but this growth comes with its own set of challenges and uncertainties. Professor Jin emphasizes the importance of recognizing these factors to foster a more informed and balanced dialogue. As the world grapples with the implications of China's rise, her voice serves as a reminder that dialogue, cooperation, and a willingness to bridge divides are essential for navigating the complexities of the US-China relationship and shaping a more stable and prosperous future for all. The path ahead is fraught with challenges, but with informed perspectives and collaborative efforts, there is potential for mutual growth and understanding. By engaging in open conversations and building bridges, we can work towards a future where both nations thrive in a global landscape that values peace, stability, and shared prosperity.